Street, to something way more important, the Wall Street Journal is reporting that dumb phones and fax machines are the new flex, especially for bosses, since only a big shot can say, page me, and make others wait for them to respond. So what do you think about this? Fax me your thoughts.
Well, one thing's for sure, your sex audio will not go viral on a flip phone. It will not. And
That's right.
that might be part of the motivation, is that I think a number of CEOs have had the experience of having things hacked. And there was one guy who was quoted in this article as saying that he had I think their system went wide down, so he implemented a fax machine. And he also felt that in this world where we're getting tons and tons of email, often spam, it's hard to make your email stand out. So going back to the retro fax, with hearing that coming out, you might be like, oh, I'm gonna pick this up.
That presupposes that you have a fax machine, and God help me, I loathe the fax machine, and dare I say, I loathe people who use them. They're terrible. They're absolutely terrible.
I'm pretty sure every doctor's office that I have seen is still using them, though.
Yeah.
So what's
Why
up
don't
with
they
that?
make the move to email and PDF?
Maybe security for that reason. I feel like some people, they are online to something that some of us are going to be late to figure out. If you guys remember Steve Jobs, the famous inventor of the iPhone and the iPad, famously banned the iPad in his own home for his own children.
The hypocrisy.
And yet, where are we in 2024 trying to rip an iPhone out of a toddler's hands? I just feel like they're onto something quicker than we are, which is they understand that, you know what we're craving right now is to unplug, not to plug in more.
But speaking of which, I think a lot of people who are going back to this sort of original OG sort of stuff like the fax, the turntable, remember those? I've seen a trend on real estate listings where you'll see the turntable artfully displayed, but it's not attached to speakers or even plugged in. So it's not really the flex you think it is. You know what I mean? It's veneer.
Yeah.
It's gross.
I think I get at home for sure, unplug, etc. I think at work, in this context, this is a bit of a boss ego flex. Like it's a bit of an ego move, because here's the thing. It's great, boss, if you only want to check your email at 9, noon, 3, and 6. But do you know how many people depend on you for answers if you're at the top?
Yeah.
So if not everyone in the office is going to adopt this form of technology, I think it's a bit of an unfair power play.
Well, yeah,
I mean, we do say that the leaders should display the kind of activity that they want their employees to do. So maybe that's the reason why.
Well, and I agree, but I also think display it differently in a more realistic way. Let's be real, we're not going back to fax machines. But you know what I would love? A boss who says, hey, I'm leaving a bit early because my brain is fried. Hey, I'm leaving a bit early today because I need to work out because it's important to me. I'm leaving a bit early because I got to get to my kid's dance recital. I agree that bosses should lead from the top as far as culture. I just think this ain't it.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to close it out by saying, I believe, maybe with the exception of you, Kate, I feel like this is a flex to show that the coolest generation right now is Gen X, because we lived through the record player, the fax machine, the Walkman. So I just want to end by saying, you're welcome.
Hey, you, come a bit closer. We've got so many more must-see interviews, spicy debates, lifestyle tips, and pop culture moments. So subscribe to our channel by tapping the logo below and don't miss out.